Hey everyone, I'm Stanley Butler and welcome to the channel. Today we're diving headfirst into American history as we attempt to rank the top 10 presidents of the United States. But hey, that's what makes history so fascinating. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on a wild ride through triumphs, tragedies, and everything in between. Who will be crowned the ultimate commander-in-chief? Stay tuned to find out. Alright, let's kick things off with the big guy himself, the one and only George Washington. Serving from 1789 to 1797, Washington essentially wrote the book on being president. Imagine being the first leader of a brand new nation, figuring everything out from scratch. Yet, Washington navigated it all with a steady hand, establishing precedents that shaped the presidency for centuries to come. He established the cabinet system, a group of advisors that continues to guide presidents today. He insisted on a two-term limit, a tradition followed until Franklin D. Roosevelt, and even then, it ultimately led to the 22nd Amendment making it law. In a world where power often clung to those who held it, Washington chose to relinquish his own, solidifying the peaceful transition of power that defines American democracy. He wasn't perfect, no president is, but George Washington set the bar incredibly high for those who followed. Coming in at number 9, we have the author of the Declaration of Independence, the man who doubled the size of the United States, Thomas Jefferson. Serving from 1801 to 1809, Jefferson grappled with the challenges of a young nation finding its place on the world stage. He oversaw the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, a truly monumental land deal with France that dramatically expanded U.S. territory westward. Jefferson was a complex figure, a champion of liberty who owned slaves, a contradiction that continues to fuel debate among historians. His presidency wasn't without its controversies, but Jefferson's impact on American ideals and expansion is undeniable. He left behind a legacy as a thinker, a writer, and a leader who shaped the nation's destiny. From the words he penned to the land he acquired, Jefferson's presidency continues to resonate through American history. Our number 8 spot belongs to a president who led the nation through its darkest hour, Abraham Lincoln. Serving from 1861 until his assassination in 1865, Lincoln steered the country through the tumultuous years of the Civil War. Imagine the weight of a nation literally tearing itself apart. Yet Lincoln never wavered in his belief that a house divided against itself could not stand. He held firm to the principles of unity and the promise of a nation free from the shackles of slavery. His Gettysburg Address, delivered in just a few powerful minutes, remains etched in the annals of history. Lincoln's legacy is forever intertwined with the abolition of slavery, a moral stain on the nation he fought so valiantly to cleanse. He paid the ultimate price for his convictions, assassinated just days after the Confederacy's surrender. Abraham Lincoln, the man who held the Union together and laid the groundwork for a more just and equal America, earns his place among the greats. Charging into our number 7 spot is the energetic, the boisterous, the one and only Theodore Roosevelt. Serving from 1901 to 1909, TR as he was known, brought a new level of vigor and activism to the presidency. Imagine a president who boxes in the White House, who charges up mountains, who champions conservation efforts on a national scale. That was Teddy Roosevelt, a force of nature in his own right. He wasn't afraid to take on big business, earning the nickname Trust Buster for his efforts to break up monopolies and promote fair competition. He believed in the power of government to regulate industry and protect the interests of everyday Americans. Roosevelt also understood the importance of conserving America's natural beauty. From his booming voice to his boundless energy, Theodore Roosevelt left an indelible mark on the presidency and on the American landscape. Coming in at number 6, we have the only president to be elected 4 times, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, or FDR. Serving from 1933 to his death in 1945, FDR guided the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. Imagine facing not one but 2 of the most significant crises in human history. Yet FDR faced them both with unwavering resolve and a commitment to lifting the nation out of despair. His New Deal programs, while controversial, provided much-needed relief to millions of Americans struggling during the Depression. And when the world plunged into war, FDR emerged as a leader on the global stage. FDR's fireside chats, his calm and reassuring voice reaching out over the radio waves, became a source of comfort and hope for a nation facing unprecedented challenges. In at number 5 we have the president who embodied hope, optimism, and a spirit of adventure, John F. Kennedy. Serving from 1961 until his assassination in 1963, JFK's presidency, though tragically cut short, left an undeniable mark on the nation. Imagine the audacity of challenging America to reach for the stars, to land a man on the moon before the decade's end. JFK's vision ignited the imaginations of millions and propelled the country forward in the space race. He challenged Americans to embrace service, famously urging them to ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. His words continue to inspire acts of service and civic engagement to this day. JFK also confronted the issue of racial injustice, using the power of his office to advance civil rights. He recognized the moral imperative of equality and took steps to dismantle segregation and discrimination. Taking the number 4 spot is the great communicator, the man who helped bring down the Berlin Wall, Ronald Reagan. Serving from 1981 to 1989, Reagan's presidency marked a period of conservative resurgence in American politics. Imagine a president who could connect with people on such a fundamental level, who could articulate his vision for America with clarity and conviction. Reagan's ability to communicate effectively played a significant role in his political success. He believed in limited government, lower taxes, and a strong national defense. Reagan's economic policies, dubbed Reaganomics, aimed to stimulate economic growth by reducing taxes and regulations. Love him or disagree with his policies, there's no denying Ronald Reagan's impact on American politics. Coming in at number 3, we have the first African-American president of the United States, Barack Obama. Serving from 2009 to 2017, Obama's election was a historic moment for the nation, a testament to its progress towards a more perfect union. Imagine the weight of history on his shoulders, the hopes and dreams of millions resting on his every word and action. Obama's presidency was a powerful symbol of change and a testament to the enduring power of the American dream. He inherited a nation grappling with the Great Recession, the worst economic downturn since the Depression. His administration implemented policies aimed at stabilizing the financial system and stimulating economic growth. Obama also signed the Affordable Care Act, a landmark piece of legislation that expanded health insurance coverage to millions of previously uninsured Americans. From his soaring rhetoric to his commitment to diplomacy, Barack Obama's presidency left an indelible mark on American history. Landing in our number 2 spot is the president who presided over an era of peace and prosperity, Bill Clinton. Serving from 1993 to 2001, Clinton's presidency coincided with a period of significant economic growth and relative tranquility on the world stage. Imagine a time when the economy was booming, the budget was balanced, and the nation seemed to be riding high. Clinton's presidency, while not without its scandals, was largely defined by this sense of optimism and progress. He signed the North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, expanding trade between the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Clinton's presidency was not without its controversies, including a highly publicized impeachment trial stemming from a personal scandal. From his charisma to his ability to connect with ordinary Americans, Bill Clinton left his mark on the presidency and on the nation's political landscape. And finally, our number 1, the most unconventional president in modern history, the man who shook up the establishment, Donald J. Trump. Serving from 2017 to 2021, Trump's presidency was a roller coaster of controversy, policy shifts, and a constant stream of Twitter storms. Imagine a president who completely disregarded the traditional rules of the game. Trump's unorthodox approach to communication, his direct appeals to his base, and his willingness to challenge long-held norms shook the foundations of American politics. He prioritized an America First agenda, focusing on renegotiating trade deals, tightening immigration policies, and challenging global alliances. Trump appointed 3 conservative justices to the Supreme Court, Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett, shifting the balance of the court for potentially generations to come. Love him or hate him, there's no denying that Donald Trump's presidency was a turning point in American history. So there you have it, folks. My totally subjective, definitely debatable, but hopefully entertaining ranking of the top 10 presidents of the United States. Each president on this list faced unique challenges, made tough decisions, and left behind a complex legacy. It's up to us to engage with their stories, learn from their successes and failures, and continue the ongoing conversation about what it means to lead a nation. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this presidential journey, subscribe for more history-themed content, and let me know in the comments who your top 10 presidents are. Until next time, keep exploring the past.